America was built by and for the white Christian people of this nation. All we want is to change America back to what it was.
We do want to see whites, rise and have our own state here in this country.
I do think that Trump will probably help the movement grow as a whole. We may not see that reflected at rallies, but I think we will see it reflected on the number of people who are engaging with the ideas of the white supremacist movement, whether that's electronically on the internet or in actual person and face-to-face encounters.
The idea is simply this: America was built by and for the white Christian people of this nation.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Call Hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. And real quick, as you see in this video, man, okay, don't you love it when they say the quiet part out loud? Okay, and it's something that the prophets, the men of the Lord, starting right here, elders and apostles of Great Millstone, have been telling you for the longest about these Edomites, man, is that they're the same devils, okay? They have not changed. They don't care about you. They don't like you. And we're not supposed to get along, okay? Now, first thing I want to go into concerning this lesson is the concept of make America white again, okay? So this is what it's all about. This is what Trump is doing. This is what all these Edomites are all about. You know, they're trying to preserve themselves because they know that they're losing their kingdom. They know that their kingdom is dwindling. So a part of that is them, putting in certain, laws and, putting particular people in these particular positions so they can, do what they want to do. This is why they, firing and laying off Jake left and right. This is why they're taking away all your benefits and your programs, because they don't give a damn about you. They never gave a damn about you, and now they're about to really start showing it. Okay, the devil is getting ready to show their horns. All right, so real quick, let's start with this right here first. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. It says, I'll just get right to the point. All right, I was going to grab an NLT as well, but I'll just get right to the point. Now, I already want to grab an NLT. Let's grab an NLT as well, but let's read this first. It says, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, which is you Edomites. That's where Esau comes from, Mount Seir. Okay, that's symbolic for all you so-called white people. Okay, especially over here in America. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And this is what the Lord promised to do to the nation of the Edomites. It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because the Lord is going to destroy America. He's going to destroy Israel. He's going to destroy these nations where Edomites are thriving. Okay? It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time that their calamity, it's like in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And this is what Jake has done. Okay? Esau has done. All right? They've had that perpetual hatred, which means never ending. All right, in NLT it says, your eternal hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher when they were helpless, when I had already punished them for all their sins. So yeah, Esau has still been the devil, and he's going to continue to be the devil, but now they're about to turn it up, man. Okay, so all you jakes that played cute and thought it was a game, and you defended this damn devil, now he about to show you he the damn devil, and it's going to be too late. Okay, you can't say you ain't know. Okay, you can't say you wasn't warned. All right, let's read this in the NLT. It says, Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. And Salakia, my phone is, I don't know what's going on, bro. YouTube is tripping. I've been trying to upload videos all day yesterday, and it's not letting me do it. It's just like the video will get to the point where it's about to upload, and then it'll say the file is corrupted or something. And it's just been a lot of stuff going on with YouTube lately where, I put a video up, there's no audio, but it has audio. It's just madness, man. So, hey, bear with me, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, I'm suffering, with these damn devils at YouTube pushing these videos out, but the videos are still getting done, so they'll go out eventually whenever they do go out, the edification go out, and Scripture says you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. So all this is doing is, further, marinating the truth for when it comes out. Whoever's meant to hear it is going to hear it. All right, but it says in the NLT, Genesis 25, verse 22, it says, but the two children struggled with each other in her womb. So she went to ask the Lord about it. Why is this happening to me? She asked, right? So you have Rebecca, who was pregnant with these two children, okay, Jacob and Esau, and they were struggling together in the womb, okay? You know how they say, this world ain't big enough for the both of us? And that's true, because one of us are going to have to be on top, one of us going to have to be on the bottom. One of us going to have to be, the ruling class, and one of us have to be the serving class. And we've already been the serving class, so now it's time for us to be the ruling class, okay? So when we were in the womb, we wasn't getting along. How much more now that we're in the earth? It says, and the Lord told her, the sons in your womb will become two nations. From the very beginning, the two nations will be rivals, you see? So from the very beginning, the two nations will be rivals. And this is why you see these Edomites bucking up against us, because there are rivals. They were never meant to get along. They were never meant to be, peaches and cream between us, man. Okay? And as we get closer to the end of this place, you're going to start seeing this more. And it's already happening. These Edomites are teaming up together. They're working together. They're coming up against Jake, The racial tension is intensifying. There's going to be a race war here in America. It says one nation will be stronger than the other, and the older son will serve the younger son. Okay, it says, and when the time came to give birth, Rebecca discovered that she did indeed have twins. The first, now this is the point I wanted to read about Make America White Again, right? The first one was very red at birth and covered with thick hair like a fur coat. So they named him Esau. I don't like that translation too much because it's going into something else. He wasn't hairy when he came out of the womb. It just represented, back then, they had, these hairy cloths, these furry cloths or whatever, that they would use to, well, basically it was dye red. So that was the closest thing they could, compare his skin complexion to. But the point is, he wasn't white. Okay, I went on lunch the other day, went to get some food, and this Edomite came in there. Okay, I guess he ordered some food, and they was having a hard time in there. So he ordered some food, and she asked him. They didn't have it ready, so he asked him how long the wait was going to be, and she said, "Well, I don't know what she told him, but whatever she told him, I watched this devil." Which I don't know. Maybe he was already red, but he was red. He was cherry red. He said, "I can't wait that long." He just walked off like all mad as hell. But I'm like, damn, dude, this guy was red. Okay. So where do you guys get this whole white thing from? That's a covering cast they put on themselves to make themselves seem pure and clean and holy. But really, you're red like the devil. This is why every time they show you a picture of the devil, he's red. Okay, he has a red hue to him. Okay, because the real devil, okay, in real life is Esau. Okay, the so-called white race, man. All right, and they're gonna continue to be the devil, and the Lord gonna eventually, do away with them. But before that happens, they gonna show you, man. They're getting ready to show their horns. All right, so be mindful of this, in your daily walks. It's best to stay away from these devils. You see in the video I did a few weeks ago about how, the Jake was at the bar. A bunch of Edomite biker club was in there, and they beat his ass in the middle of the bar. Nobody jumped in to help him. Don't put yourself in these situations where you got to be around these devils, or in a situation where you got to, where there's going to be a conflict with these devils, because, hey, they going to hold you, man. They going to hold you, and then they, once they done doing what they doing, they going to get off, and you might just get arrested, if not killed, in the process, man. All right? And situations like this will happen to lead to more, racial tension, causing Judah to get roused up, and eventually it's going to be a race war out here. So, hey, that was the first time Trump got elected, too. So imagine how those spirits have, marinated and, developed over the past couple of years since Biden was in office and stuff. Yeah, they get ready to make a move, man. All right? But through the spirit, we're watching, and we see what's going down the pipe, and we know what time it is. Shalom, coming through all about the ball.